discovered and that too in Singapore. So I would like to talk more about that. Does anyone here know about what is ADHD?
Yes.
Okay. Does anyone here know about OCD? Obsessive Compulsive Disorder. Does anyone here know what's MBS? It's a disorder as well. Has anyone heard of it? Well, yes, that's what most of you would have thought, but that isn't the case. It is a very rare condition, and it has been the first person to be diagnosed with such a rare condition is from Singapore, and I happen to know her personally, so today I'm going to talk about that. Well, guys, basically MBS means Major Blur Sotong Disorder. In case anyone here didn't study medicine and you're not too sure about the medical terms, Sotong basically means squid, right? So, why Major Blur Sotong Disorder, and who is the person who has been diagnosed? Well, the person who has been very first diagnosed with such a rare condition is making a speech in front of you right now. My friends, this disorder is not something to laugh about. It's a serious condition. I'll explain why. The reason why it's called squid, first of all, is because just like how squids tend to squirt ink and cause blurriness, people like me with MBS disorder tend to also talk and make others blur as well. So this is a very serious condition, and I would like to share some anecdotes with you to tell you more about how this condition is very harmful and how you could perhaps tackle such people when you meet them like me. And there is something important that I need to mention. You might be wondering, how do I even know that I had such a disorder? Well, once, when I was thinking of what to speak for my speech, they said that I had to, kind of insult myself. So it's very hard for me because I'm a very nice person, and to insult myself is a fear. So I kind of texted on my friend and I said, hey dude, I need to make a speech, like insulting myself. So is there something wrong with me? Yeah, Losh, of course you have a disorder. I said, I do? Say, yeah, you have MBS. I said, really? Oh my God, my friend, thank you so much, because it always takes one to know another. And in case you're wondering who the uncertified doctor is, he has retired as president, and currently he's moved on to new areas, and he's none other than our immediate past president, Mr. Banu Prakash, for diagnosing me with such a disorder. So my friends, back to these stories that have impacted me so much as a person having such a condition. Well, once there was one Caucasian lady, a tourist, who came to the bus stop. I was standing at the bus stop and she asked me, excuse me, can I actually have some directions to a particular location? I said, guys, we call this style shifting in linguistics. So, when you hear people speaking in a very posh way, I want to be like a posh Losh, I want to speak in a style as well. So, I said, okay, the problem with us having such disorders is that we are so blur that we want to make ourselves look like we are very clear. So, I tried to act that I'm very confident. I said, man, you just need to, you walk straight. Yeah, like I'm changing, to speak like her. You have to walk straight and turn to the right. Actually, I'm showing the left, by the way, but she didn't notice that. I said, yeah, turn. And, guys, she was even more blurred than me. She ended up in the same spot. I was wondering, how could someone be even blurrer than me? And that's when I realized I gave her such a direction that she actually ended up coming back to the same spot. And I said, okay, you maybe want to take a taxi, so I got her a taxi. Well, guys, the good news was she actually reached the location. She actually had a faster journey, but the bad news was she actually got on halfway because the taxi driver was even more blurred than me, and apparently he couldn't even find the location for her. And that's when I was thankful to God, because I realized just when we think we are worse off, there are other people who are more worse off than us. My friends, this is just one aspect of how this condition is very serious, but there was another thing that happened that made me realize how harmful this particular disorder is. So once I had an opportunity of going on an internship. So eventually my colleagues became my closest friends. So one of them, she became my best friend. And amongst us, it was like a girl majority kind of group. So there's only one guy in the group. And one day this guy came and it's like, gosh, I need to tell you something. I say, hey, sure dude, what is it? Gosh, I think I like someone in a group. It's like, hey, that's really nice. So who is she? Gosh, she's very intelligent. She's really pretty. She's so sweet. And yada, he went on talking. And I realized that he was actually talking about my best friend. And you can't imagine how happy I was, because she was having the same feelings for him, but she just didn't want to tell. So I was glad that the guy himself actually told that he liked my friend. So I was really happy. I was like, but hey, you want to meet her? I was like, yeah, Losh, I was about to tell you. I want to meet her for a date and the location and stuff. I mean, you get what I mean, right? I said, yeah, of course, don't worry. that girl will be there for you. I'll turn your dream into reality. So I told him, and I went to my best friend, and you must have imagined how excited we were. So we were so happy, and you know guys, I made a tremendous improvement in my blurriness. So I kind of became clearer, and I managed to find the location, and I said, okay girl, this is the restaurant, go and have your date. She's like, oh shit, I'm so excited. Guys, I know it's a fast-paced world, but I was so shocked. Within 2 minutes, she was out. It's just 2 minutes today. Gosh, how can you be so blurred? I said, dude, I already checked the location. It must be correct. I can't be that blurred, right? I'm so sorry. Did I give you the wrong location? No, Losh. How can you be even blurred than this? He didn't ask me out on a date. He asked you out on a date. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. But you know, guys, if you ask whether friend or the guy, I chose my friend. So I went to console her for what I did. You see, my friends, flaws are laws of nature. Sometimes our imperfections are what that makes us limited editions, because without such a flaw, I won't be able to make such a speech, right? Back to you, Toastmasters.